Good morning, y'all. It's early in the morning. It's about 6 o'clock, 5:45, somewhere around there. And I'm going to tell y'all, this IBS thing is really like a battle. My stomach is hurting like right now as I speak. I haven't even had no breakfast yet. Last night, I felt okay because I ate a bowl of soup, and that seemed to soothe my stomach because I wasn't hungry no more after eating the soup. And after I ate it, I was fine. But now that I'm waking up early this morning, I'm in a lot of pain. I'm going to go try to sit on the toilet and see if that'll do me any justice. But these are one of the things you would have to deal with is stomach pain, gas, bloating. It'll wake you up in the middle of the night. It can even wake you up early in the morning, such as this. I'll give y'all some more updates. Stay tuned. Now that I'm already up, I can't even go back to sleep. My stomach is hurting. Now, when I start my day off with a breakfast or some brunch, I'm going to have to double think about what I choose to eat and what I choose to put in my stomach. Because if I don't, it's just going to intensify my symptoms, like the stomach pains, the bloating. It's just going to be intensified. So what I'm going to have to probably do is go to Sprouts or go to Whole Foods and get me some gluten-free bread to last me for at least the next 2 days that I'm going to be here, and get me some fruit and give me some more water. Just try to, as best I can in my current situation, try to stay away from gluten. It's going to be hard for me to do that because all the foods that I can afford and that's cheap have gluten in it. So, and then I still got to pay for 2 more days of hotel. So I'm going to have my husband send me some money to pay for these hotel stays for the next 2 days so that I can have at least some change to get me some gluten-free food, because the money, like I told you guys in my previous videos, my money is low. And the hotel taking $1,000 from me, that was a hard hit. So now I'm in a situation where I'm nickeling and diming. So this is just what it is. I really tried hard to stay here in Austin. I worked 2 jobs. I really did try really hard to work this situation out. I really tried to stick it out. But what ended up happening is 2 things. I ran out of money and I got really sick. And at the end of the day, it just becomes to a point where if I can't stay, I can't stay, and I have to just accept that fact, and I have. So now I'm moving on and just making new plans to do something else until I can get back to Texas. So, now that this is all over and done with, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering, what is the status on me and my husband's relationship? I don't know yet. I can't tell y'all that. All I can tell you is I'm still upset and mad at him for leaving me stranded out here in the first place. For him to even do that, he missing a marble and a screw. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not finna turn this into a bashing session on him. I'ma just say that he made the dumbest and biggest mistake he could ever make with me, besides cheating on me. He ain't never cheated on me, but I told him what he did to me, leaving me out here stranded, he might as well have just cheated on me, because this is one of the worst things you could do to anybody. I mean, that's just neck and neck with cheating. So, I don't know. He wants to save the marriage. I don't. He's excited that I'm coming down there. I'm not. So, only thing I'll be excited to see is my kids. And then I have to deal with my in-laws. Them digging in my business, asking me questions and all this stuff. And I have to do a lot of kissing up to my mother-in-law, which is something I don't want to do. And it's only just to keep the peace and to make her feel like I'm not invading her house. But also, I don't need to be staying there for a long period of time. Once I get there, I need to be making a plan to quickly get up out of there. So within I'm a realistically say maybe 2 to 3 months, I'll be out of there. My husband said 3 weeks, but that's just not being realistic. I don't think we're going to be out of there in 3 weeks. I think I'm going to be out of there in about 2 to 3 months. And I need to just be gone within that time frame. But until then, I'm going to just be doing what I can to put away money and make extra money, do some side hustles so that I can get out of there quicker. As far as the debt, I know that'll be paid because he agreed to sign a document to get that released. And then, shoot, I can be in Texas and within the next 90 to 120 days. You know what I mean? Now, as far as how things turned out with my second job, I'm not proud of that. Like I said in my prior video, I was just faced with a situation where, like I said, upper management was not available. The offices were closed. Nobody was around. And then the people who would normally come in at 7:30 was not there at 6 o'clock like I was, because I don't know why they scheduled me at 6 and then scheduled everybody else at 7. It made no sense. But anyway, if the guy who hired me is out for the day and then upper management is not there, the offices are empty and closed, nobody around to talk to, and then every department I go to, they keep saying, come back later, we're not ready for you. They still got heavy traffic flowing through those departments, customers coming, things like that. Things don't really settle down and become available for us to start completing our tasks until around 7:30. So I got maybe a couple of days where I was wandering around the store just clueless with nothing to do. And I probably did this for 3 nights, 4 nights. And then I got to a point where I just got tired of doing that. So I said, screw it. I'm going to just go wait in my car until 7:30. Now, maybe that was the wrong thing for me to do. And I'm pretty sure the way they looked at it, I was stealing from them. But I was just in a situation where there was nothing for me to do. And there was nobody around for me to talk to. So what else do they expect me to do? And if I had sat in the break room until 7:30, they still would have looked at it as me just sitting around doing nothing. So either way I look at it, you know what I'm saying? I probably at the end of the day would have ended up fired anyway, because prior to that recent incident taking place, I had called in a lot, you know what I mean? And I didn't call in a lot because I didn't want to come to work, or, you know what I mean? It wasn't because of that. It was because I was going through this transition of moving out of my condo. The property manager was being an asshole, and he made us leave sooner than what he agreed for us to. We thought we was going to live out the whole lease when he made us leave 20 days sooner. That was not cool. So that put us in a pressure situation. My husband and I was fighting and arguing. And the pressure was just mounting. Things was just not going right. There would be nights and days where I wouldn't feel good in my body. I would be getting these migraine headaches, and then dealing with the IBS, and then the tension between my husband and I. We fight and argue, and we not getting along. We not seeing eye to eye. We're not even coming to no mutual decision about what to do after moving out of the condo. He wanted to leave and go to Shreveport. I wanted to stay in Austin. That's what happened. But then it was like a bluff thing where he was like, well, you gonna be in Austin by yourself? And then it turned into him doing it for real. So then I really was out here by myself for 60 days, just sticking it out and really duking it out. And I just ended up making a bad decision at my other job at the wrong time, and that costed me the job. So this time around, that really was my fault. I'm not blaming this company, the management, anything like that. I didn't make a good decision. And my judgment was clouded because I was going through so much in my personal life, with being homeless and trying to keep my hotel rooms paid for. I was constantly under a lot of stress and pressure, nonstop. And then dealing with my health issues on top of all of that. And then my marriage, because my husband and I were fighting and arguing and sending each other nasty text messages and not working together, and it was just a whole lot. I was just dealing with a whole lot in my personal life, set aside from the job. So I probably couldn't have been making no right decisions, no way, if I'm constantly stressed out, under pressure, not feeling good, dealing with this, dealing with that. It was just a lot. So something was bound to happen to where I was going to probably make a bad decision, and my judgment was going to be clouded dealing with all those things. Can you imagine, like, really trying to, you trying to keep your nose above water, you trying to stay in a hotel and keep these hotels paid for, you're trying to keep your rental and keep that paid for, and you're trying to stay eating and not go hungry. You're just dealing with all of these things, and then your kids telling you they want to stay with their grandma, and my in-laws trying to talk me into letting the kids stay out there with them. And so then you're losing your children, you out here by yourself, and you really trying to make it, you trying to do right, but then all of these things just begin to pressure and mount over a period of time. Something had to give. So yesterday I felt terrible, but now the way I look at it today is, I can't beat myself up about losing that job. I just have to move on. I think God has better things in store for me. You know what I mean? All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cut this video short. This is just an update on what's been going on so far, what's going on right now, how my morning is even starting off. And I'll just get back to y'all soon with another video, another journal, another diary entry, letting you know what symptoms I'm feeling dealing with the IBS. I will be doing another video very soon showing you what foods I'm eating, and also what ideas that I learned to come up with the last time I was on the IBS diet, because there's tricks and trades, and there's ways to get around feeling like, man, everything I eat is just nasty, or everything I eat is not fun. There's ways to get around that, and I will share that with you guys in the next video along with the shopping video. Okay, see you guys soon. Peace.